Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler V series V's I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, this is the last 2-liter I had in my fridge, so let's get it out of the way. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, chop, 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 and slash across. I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. 'Twas not the case in this instance, though. I actually picked this up a few days ago. I was trying to go out. Well, I mean, I made it out there. But I was trying to find the DiGiorno Thanksgiving pizza. And they're like, well, Kroger store sells it. I was like, well, Mariano's is a Kroger store. Maybe I can get it there. No, couldn't get it there. Couldn't get it there. I literally went like 2 different times. Never found it. But I was like, well, damn it, I'm not going to leave here empty-handed. I'm going to find some shit that I can review. So, what did I end up finding? Well, it's nothing terribly exciting, but hopefully it'll at least be informative, because it happens to be, boom! It is from Kroger brand Big K, Dr. K soda. Sip boldly. It's knockoff Dr. Pepper. It just is what it is. Let's get a thing for the thing here real quick before I forget, and we'll do it like this, and it's like, ha 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 ha. Sure, man. Yeah, okay, so this this definitely falls into a series of videos I've been doing for probably close to a year now. Basically, I've been just going out to different places that sell, like, off-brands, well, like, in-house knockoff sodas, you know. I've done stuff from Walmart and Walgreens and the dollar store and, like, you know, a bunch of different stuff. And, you know, I've done some stuff from Kroger before. I know I did their root beer. I don't know if I've done their cola, but I know for sure I've done their root beer. And I know I have a few other ones to try, too. I figure, fucking, man, we'll try out their version of Dr. Pepper. I like Dr. Pepper. Hopefully I like the knockoff version. This one's just Dr. K. That's shady as shit, by the way. When your doctor is just literally one letter, that's like, you know, some malpractice shit comes through and you go over there and try to file a claim. You better believe they're not finding Dr. K. It smells kind of like Dr. Pepper. Let's give it a go. And it tastes exactly like extremely budget Dr. Pepper. I mean, to be fair, it is what it is. But, like, you know, every now and again, I do find one that surprises me, where I'm like, okay, that actually tastes pretty good. That's proper. It doesn't taste bad. Let me get that out of the way. It does what it needs to do. It tastes kind of Dr. Pepperish. But, boy, oh boy, yeah, you can tell that Dr. K isn't licensed in any of the 50 states. Ain't no 2 ways about it. Maybe down in Tijuana or something like that, or, you know, maybe, but yeah, there is a lack of legitimacy that is very evident in this whole thing. It tastes so thin. Like, it has a little bit of an aftertaste that I don't like. That is, oh yeah. It's not horrible, but, like, it's not good. Because, like I said, you know, every now and again I do find one where it surprises me, and I'm like, yeah, all right, I can get behind this one. Not so much with Dr. K. Yeah, man. I mean, look, you know, I get it. It's a budget brand. You know, you're saving yourself a few bucks, and hey, I'm all for it. But there has to be a way, and I know that we can do it because, again, sometimes I do run into brands that are able to make it work. It doesn't have to be 1-for-1. That's fine. But at the very least, if you could make it taste so it doesn't kind of seem watered down, that would be nice. The initial flavor is nice enough. Tastes again kind of like a, little bit like a Dr. Pepper. Doesn't have the same oomph, doesn't have the same complexity, but it's there. It's got that, I think that's, at least Mr. Pibb, they refer to themselves as a spicy cherry soda. But it's got that kind of spiced aspect to it. But it just falls off so quickly. Like just I wouldn't say it has a great depth of flavor, even at the very beginning, but at least it's somewhat comparable. As soon as that fades away, it is just budget soda. Like, there's so little illusion to it, It's like, I know I'm buying a budget soda. I paid for it. Can we at least pretend like it's a real... man. And yeah, it's got a little bit of a weird aftertaste. Not like super abrasive, but it is noticeable. I kind of feel like the problem is that because it is thinner, like some of the flavors, that might be sort of more incorporated into a proper Dr. Pepper are sort of shooting through in ways that, because it's just a thinner drink. So you're kind of tasting some of the things that maybe you're not supposed to taste as prominently. Yeah, it's not the worst thing I've ever had, but it's definitely not the best. It's pretty... But, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? And here's the third question for you. Value for money, is it worth it? All that good stuff. No, not particularly. Look, I'm not trying to shit on Kroger or anything like that. I like a lot of their products and stuff like that. I think that in general they have nice stores and, seem to hire nice people. When it comes to the budget stuff, man, I do feel like, do whatever makes sense to you. Obviously you got bills to pay. Everybody's got shit they got to take care of. Do what you need to do. I'm not trying to, belittle anybody because you're enjoying some budget soda. Fucking who the hell am I going to belittle? But, excuse me. At the same time, I feel like there's a little bit of a line in the sand that needs to be drawn. And I do feel like the Big K soda falls slightly below that line. Not drastically, it's not like horrendous. I've definitely had way worse budget sodas, but like it's just, again, it's so thin so quickly, and it's like, yeah, it's got a little bit of that Dr. Pepper essence to it, but like, yeah. And even if I'm trying to think like, budget-wise and stuff, and one of the examples I always give is like, well, if you're having like a party or something like that, you buy some budget stuff, because fuck it, people are mooching off your house. So I wouldn't go with this one. I don't think I would go with this one. Maybe I would go with I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I think I remember the Walmart one being pretty good. Maybe Signature Select. If Signature Select has one, I can't remember off the top of my head. I have a lot of soda. But like this one, yeah, I don't care for it very much. I'll certainly finish it and I won't hate it, but like, it is what it is. And by the same token, if I'm recommending it, it's like, you could do better. You could definitely do better. I do feel like there's enough Dr. Pepper knockoffs out there that you can find one that's going to fit your palate better than this will. Because again, it's just Kroger. Again, I like your stuff, like your stores. I would like to see you put some more effort into this. Let's get some more letters after that K so that it sounds like something and not, I'm just saying. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of the year. Folks, go over there and have themselves a truly Dr. Pepper-tastic rest of your life. Because Dr. Pepper's just Dr. Pepper. They fucking hit the nail on the head and ran with it. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole, trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's my question for you. Dr. Pepper or Mr. Pibb? I guess it's Pibb Extra now, like they kind of dropped the Mr. But where do you fall on that one, huh? Or do you have like a write-in, you know? The one that I'll always remember, and they haven't made it in a million billion years, Sobe, which I don't even know if they make drinks anymore. But, you know, they had their run of lizard milks and stuff that they did, which were always fun. But they also did some soda stuff, and they had their own Dr. Pepper knockoff called Mr. Green. And I remember having it on a couple of occasions, and I actually, recall liking it. So, but let me know what your personal opinion is when it comes to the doctor / Mr. / what have you brand of sodas. Anyway.